Welcome to Coffee Buddy.
It's brought to you by a bunch of weirdos.
Yep.
One of which is currently committing chaos.
And they're friends, y'all. And they're friends, furry babies. No
Fuzzy
different
Wuzzy
than-
was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy wasn't really Fuzzy Wuzzy.
I have my coffee
I might crochet
and my editing.
if I'm not doing homework
I had my yarn.
or studying. Special thanks to Project Shadow for the use of the song Pink.
We'll all just beat each other too.
Look at this mug.
Oh,
Totally fine.
so cute, so cute.
If anybody would like to buy Coffee Bunny merch. Oh, I don't have my mix it up open. I went with green, the two greens,
Oh yeah,
and the orange for the handle and the inside.
very nice.
So apparently you can't get the orange in the 15 ounce.
Boo.
Or the regular green. You can only.
Interesting.
Huh. Probably because it's that time of year when these colors are popular and they could supply and demand and supply.
You can also get the sticker.
Yay.
Sticker. It's just a one big 3x3 sticker. Whereas this is a 3x3 sticker with 4 stickers. Also, I don't know if y'all know this, but you can get an embroidered hat.
Yep, very cool.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, with the traditional Coffee Bunny. It is really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're still in this view. Sorry, Megan. Hey guys, I'm not dead. Since apparently it concerns people.
Yay. We're here for a live cat.
Yeah. Oh, I thought I had a lot more that okay. I have that section. I thought I had way more to do in this newsletter than I do. I still have quite a several things to do,
Mm-hmm.
but not as much as I thought,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice.
That's nice.
Because I before I actually put the info in there, I actually had gone through and put brackets of this information needs to go in this place. I need to put a banner here. I need to I actually put notes
Mm-hmm.
for structure. So that's good. Though I do have to go make a banner for March.
Did I tell you guys that I combined all my obsidian vaults into one vault?
I'm terrified.
I mean, I've been using them kind of as a second brain, but I've been keeping all the information separate. So now I'm just keeping all the information together so they can be connected. And it's well, now it's more useful. I mean, there are vaults that I have for stories that I'm not going to combine with this because they don't match up well. So far though, it's interesting to see. For some reason, I can't get Obsidian to understand that as is not, I mean, AS capitalized is what I use for aggregate supply for economics. Little as is a word, and I can't get it to differentiate between the two. So it's like shows up 100 times on the like unlinked mentions, and I'm like, oh man, going through all these trying to figure out what needs to be linked and what doesn't. It's ridiculous.
Sorry.
Problems with
Like, I'm just gonna start adding these things right now because I had been doing so well, and I'm like, I really like having it go out on the first Saturday of the month, and I want to actually have it done to send to be like, Glory, you may enter now. Because really, we both have the control, and I'm just like, hey, Glory, I did things. Have fun. And then she's like, what the hell is this quote? Currently, just this insert quote, by the way.
It is one of the things I most commonly say. What in the absolute? What is this quote? Unknown. Unknowns are unacceptable.
Last night I was going through
librarians and librarian adjacent. We don't do unknown citation. That's not a citation. That's a BS cop out.
I was going through quotes last night for something. There was a particular quote that I couldn't remember that I was looking for related to my stingery research. And I ended up choosing 1984's George Orwell's every record has been destroyed or falsified, every book rewritten, every statue and street building has been renamed, every date has been altered, and the process is continuing day by day and minute by minute. History has stopped. Nothing exists except an endless present in which the party is always right. And I feel like it's pretty fitting for the stingery situation. So I'm like, I might use this.
I mean, that quote's directly from 1984.
Yeah, I know I grabbed it from the book, but I felt like it's because in Stingery they tore it apart board by board. And so I'm like, this is kind of, these two quotes are kind of, or this quote and this incident is very relevant. I'm trying to figure out what the narrative is for this, I don't know, pseudo documentary that I'm creating.
I don't think it's pseudo.
I don't know. It feels like it would need more interviews if it was to be a documentary. So far, I only have one person that I would like to interview.
But, okay, what is a documentary but you're documenting? That's what you're doing, is you're documenting.
True.
Like, it's like, you're talking about styles of documentaries versus just what is the definition of a documentary. What you are doing is documenting. That is documentary.
Gotcha.
Now, if you want it to you want to play with this and like, explore different styles, that's great. Particularly if you feel like it helps you tell the story better, the narrative that you want to tell, or that you're more comfortable or you feel more expressed in a particular documentary style. Absolutely. I mean, but like, you are already documenting. Like, you can't not. I met you, Megan.
Yeah. I have so many, like, let's see how many articles I have now. Let's close my homework. Go to research. 66 files are located in my Stingery file.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are articles about the women in Stingery. Some of them are like about or like tangentially related to the women of Stingery.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of them are just pages for places trying to like figure out where everything is located. That's been so much fun trying to like pinpoint where on the map. Okay, this was on the southwest corner of J and whatever street. And it's just it's so much fun. And then I've got the Sandburn fire maps or fire insurance maps to go through, and those are interesting as well. I need to like they use shorthand for things that I don't understand what it means, so I need to find like a resource that tells me what the abbreviations mean, because some of them are obvious, like Chinese laundry is a common one, and there's another word that is very popular in those, but like lodging is a LODJ or a DG is a very easy one to guess. But some of them are like, I have no idea what this means.
Maybe you should make a glossary list of abbreviations so that both for your benefit and for your eventual readers or
Yeah,
other people to consume.
I'll have to.
Because 19th century abbreviations are wild, y'all. Like they're just so okay, so abbreviations, especially in the latter half of the 1800s, are like the early days of hashtags where people were real wild and loose with
Oh yeah.
what could be a hashtag and how. Like I cringe every time I watch Doctor Who, and Clara says to her students, "Search for the planes have stopped." Like that's not a hashtag, woman. I'm just because like Stephen Moffat's so old, like he just does not understand. Like he makes a young person say boomer thing. I'm fine, but I do cringe like every time I watch that episode. But like that's how the abbreviations were in the latter half of the 1800s. Is like there were no rules to abbreviation like how we now interpret. Like where when you're abbreviating, first thing you do is you take out just all the vowels.
Oh, one of my favorite abbreviations is for I couldn't figure out like what is this name? Geo Marston. GEO. And I was like, what is that short for? George Marston. I was like, well, why would you shorten it there? Like Geo.
That
Like
used
I
to be
don't
what it was. Like that was a common abbreviation for George. I know. I
I
agree.
don't understand.
Terrible. Oh, and they also, even when I was a kid, people still nicknamed George's Geo.
Wow.
Like in the South, which you know, as my mother used to put it, was 1940s with computers. And I still agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like a time capsule down here. But yeah, like people still call little boys Geo. And I did not realize it was short for George. Like, how do you get from to
Yeah.
but yeah. That's the only reason why I know that. It's like because, Mississippi, time has not progressed.
So in my research today, I did research for a little longer than I intended to. I got absorbed in it, and it was like noon, and I was like, I haven't done any studying, and I was supposed to study all day. But I discovered a murder, and so there was this woman who was murdered, and her body was found in the bay like tied to an anchor. And so the police were like, who is this? We have no reports of any missing women. And they were like, oh, it's got to be Cecile Brown was her name. And she was a resident of Stingery. And she apparently had a lot of money on her the night she went missing. When she hopped into a vehicle and wasn't seen or heard from at that point, so they were thinking that might be her. And then the next day in the newspaper, she had been arrested along with her beau because they potentially were the murderers. And the newspapers were like, it's pretty normal thing for this area for the person who was the victim to be the perpetrator the next day. It's just how things go. I'm just like, what? But so
What a vibe.
oh god, whoever wrote these newspaper articles, all of them were terrible. Like, hi Carrie.
I heard the thing for Carrie to arrive, but she wasn't showing up. I was so confused.
I know.
The little bubble wasn't appearing.
So, yeah. All I see is a frozen picture.
Yeah, she's just still for me.
Yeah, she's got her serious face on.
Nope.
So
We'll work it out. Don't worry.
A couple days later in the newspaper, they still had not figured out who the victim was because Cecile Brown would not, say that she was even involved in the murder. So they are trying to figure out who it is. And then the newspaper never covers it again, as far as I can tell. And I'm just like, thank you, newspaper, for this delightful mystery that you will never solve.
Oh.
Rude.
Hi, Carrie.
Hi, Gary.
I'm so tired.
Me too, girl. I'm just loading up pictures of my cat, my brother's cat. She put in the newsletter.
But of course. Ooh, I should put the picture of
Speaking
Sassy
of
in the guinea
journalism,
pig cage.
Give the people what they want.
Right?
Like, that's what I'm doing, is I'm literally going through
I never sent you guys the video I sent my mother. And I was like, look at this cat. She doesn't understand the concept that she is a cat. I'm like shaming her this like for over a minute. And she's just like, so I'm in here, aren't I?
You'll never forget me.
What you gonna do about it?
Yep. Yeah, I'm just looking for pictures of Leia that I really like.
Oh, yes. I took a picture and then I edited it using Snapseed, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Snapseed.
Mm-hmm.
And I did the where you take two images and you combine them into one. And I took a picture of the gosh, why can I not use words today? I can see it in my mind. Palm tree. There we go. I took a picture of the palm trees, and I overlaid it on the just a picture of me, and I was like, oh, it looks so like beachy and like perfect for a study in gold, like the picture, except it's a little distracting. So I'm like, do I want to use it?
Laura, you're about to get pictures sent to your Discord. Please ignore.
Okay.
That's how I put pictures on the computer and then send them to you.
That's okay. We're just a chaotic mess. It's great.
Hi, Heather. How are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Heather, we are working on very important things for the Coffee Buddy newsletter, like selecting pictures of our fur babies to post to the newsletter. Like this is the real academic work.
Like this picture of the cat when she climbed in the guinea pig cage because she's a jerk.
I mean, it occurs to me that I could actually just send you
Yay.
the pictures and then you could post them to the newsletter and then I don't have to do that work and I can edit my poem instead.
Good. I had to crop this picture.
So Heather, are you doing any work or are you just chilling?
Chilling like a villain.
My bed is where one of the cat is. The other cat seemed to think, so they think my backpack is a bed. Like, I'm not allowed to put stuff in the backpack because they think it's a bed. At this point. Like, I tried to move it one day and then it suddenly appeared back in front of the fridge where they lay down. I was like, where did you eat? How? Oh, I'm loving this.
Oh.
Because now I'm going to have all the cat pictures.
Yes. So you post those pictures. I've now sent them to Kat.
Okay.
And Kat can then, like...
Poor Heather's been under the weather for most of the week. Vaccinated, though.
Me too, honey. I got the crud. This is what put me in the hospital 5.5 years ago. I caught it again, but I'm doing much better this time.
My mom is recovering because baby Kathleen got my mom sick. I don't know if she got me sick or not, but because last week I was puking. That's why. So we canceled Coffee Bunny last week because everybody involved was sick.
Well, yeah, I had migraine. It was bad.
And then my stepdad, I think he's still in the chair right now. He looks like when I went up there, I was like, how are you feeling? Because my mom said he wasn't feeling well. And he's like, I'm dizzy. I don't know if I'm nauseous or if it's just dizzy. So he's just laying in his recliner with the dog on him. And the dog's just like, yeah, you don't feel well, stay here.
Do y'all have a blood pressure cuff monitor?
Yeah, we do have one upstairs.
Because if he's dizzy, you probably need to remind him to check his blood pressure just to make sure. Like, there's several things you could be dizzy from. You could be dizzy from high blood pressure, low blood pressure, or fluid in your inner ear / eustachian tubes. And
I don't know if
want to know his blood pressure.
I think he might be nauseous, so he hasn't eaten today.
So.
That doesn't help either.
Yeah, it does not help. But, yeah.
Sassy with her purr pop.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry, Tom.
If and when I send you a package.
Huh?
If and when I send you a package, Gloria, I should send you some purr pops. For the cat.
Yes.
It's literally just the lollipop for the cat. It's free dried meat.
Other people with those, like, take pictures with the, like, there was one of my Facebook friends, she has just like red heart ones, these lollipops, because I'm like, this person is a cat person. You know, they have like they foster cats and stuff, so they're not going to be giving real sugar lollipops to cats. Like, they're just not that kind of person. And so I figured they had to be special cat lollipops, but
yeah, these ones are. I think it's actually a combo pack for the one I have.
We don't know about such fancy feline cuisine.
Oh no! So this one is there's salmon and tuna, but there's also some chicken ones as well.
Okay, Cool.
You can actually get like a 4 or 8 pack at the Dollar Tree as well. But I bought an 18 pack to try for the cats when I had the $100 off coupon because I was like, I'm already getting $100 off, so
yeah,
might as well.
Hello,
Literally just freeze-dried meat. Yes, Mom.
Hello, Desiree.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, well, hello with the Raiders.
Oh, hello. I never finished opening Mix It Up. Or I would have heard the thing. I'm like, I didn't hear the
Yeah,
thing.
Kat, you got raided. Hello, Raiders.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Alicia, Desiree. I hope you guys and everyone that came in with the raid is doing well.
Ads for Kat's channel have just started.
Oh, no.
Ads are about to start on my Twitch channel, so I was actually about to suggest we do a sprint, and then we got raided, and it's like I don't want to
We are the struggle bus.
Yes, we are. We are the chaotic struggle bus. Like we're the kind of struggle bus where it's like, is the bus
Get
even
them
moving?
pennies.
And the answer is maybe, maybe not. We have no problem.
Y'all, my mom didn't know that she had 2 different types of mixed vegetables in the freezer. She's like, I didn't even know they made these kind. I'm like, Mom, you bought them.
Yeah.
And then poisoned me with them on accident.
Right, yeah. Tom says if anyone hasn't gotten the card yet, they will after today around here. It's been so busy everywhere. I guess most people got their refunds.
Oh, did you want a purr pop?
While we wait for the ads to end on both of our channels so that we can tell everybody we're going to sprint, I just wanted to say
we got both kitties
that where we are now in the world is that I'm having to check the Walgreens flu index weekly because I can't check the CDC fluid anyway. But just to let people know, like, not only is the AMA on YouTube doing weekly state of the country, but also
literally sit here.
You should make Cat bigger.
Oh, I should make Cat bigger? Okay, no, that's not it. Nope.
Not me. Yeah, that's the content I like.
She's eating her.
Yeah, he's struggle.
Nom 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 nom. Let me come at it from this angle. Nom 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 nom.
Yes, give the people what they want. Kitty.
Hephaestus just smacked her in the butt.
Kitties.
Are you eating your fur pop?
Yeah. Just a little head. Nom 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 nom. The artist and his creation.
Are you stuck?
I like even the guinea pig is like, what's going on? Is it delicious? Piggies and kitties. Piggies and kitties. Nom nom nom.
Guys, you want me to go get you some kitty treats because you don't like the purr pop? Here's this.
You're not gonna hold it for me, Mom. What? And now that's the piggies going.
Yep.
Where's our treats? Oh, I think we took a purr pop to like somewhere special and private.
Yep, good boy.
Look at that. Oh yeah, it is time for treatsy weeksies. Num 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 num. I love the little tails. And look at the piggies. Like, where's our treats? Do you see it? Do you see it? They're like, but where's our treats? Why are they getting treats and what do we, chop liver?
Hello, terrible novelist.
Hello. Kitties, treatsies for kitties.
For the guinea pigs.
Look, the little piggies are getting theirs.
Here you go, Gizmo. Here you go, Paris.
Yes, I agree. You just saw cats. Like you have good choices. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I too. Look at this. Like, well, what are they getting? They're not getting anything you want. Enjoy what you have.
Here, I'll hold your
Little toddlers. Move the camera so we can see the piggies. Oh, does the camera move at all? There.
He went down into his cage, though.
Yeah, I can see him. But I can see him a little bit.
Oh, you can see Paris slightly.
Yeah.
Do you want your purr pop?
Piggies and kitties. It's like, no, there's even better treats on the floor. I don't know. Yeah, all right. Num, 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 num. Num, 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 num. Such a pretty kitty.
I am a servant.
Yes, you are. These are feline overlords.
She's literally in the chair and I'm standing.
Yep. That's how it works. Everyone knows.
Holding a cat lollipop.
Right? It's because we're the servants because we have thumbs. It's very clear.
I love how enthusiastic. Like she'll be fine, but then she gets really enthusiastic about it, and then she like calms down again, and then she gets really enthusiastic again. And I appreciate this.
Meanwhile, the toddler. Just chaos incarnate.
Hey, Festus.
No.
Num 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 num.
This is going to take her a while, by the way.
I don't mind.
Oh no! Don't threaten me with a good time. Just love the cat.
Festus. Festus.
You don't eat over there.
Here, let me try it again. No, I still don't like it.
He's not a huge fish fan.
That's all Leia wants. She hates chicken.
Well, then she'd probably like these.
Let me tell you. So Leia only likes tuna and salmon. But if I open up a can of sardines or a can of smoked oysters, she's like, but what? And I'm like, you don't even like sardines. And she's like, are you sure? And it's like, yeah, just like last month. You did not like them then, and you still don't like it. She's like, let me see the can. I'll be the judge. And guess what? Every time I put the can on the floor, she smells it. She's like, oh, I don't like this. Like, because I told you that. She only likes tuna and salmon. And everything else is a waste of her time. And this is a problem because remember when I found out last year that like the tuna with quote vegetable broth is mostly like legumes, and so that's what had been making me sick. So Tom was like, we'll just put him for Leia. And Leia got spoiled on real tuna.
Oh man.
And now Leia does not want wet cat food because she's like, this is trash. Why are you giving me trash? Where's the tuna?
Don't try to come forward.
And so it's like, oh, we have the most spoiled child ever.
I'll give you the cute pop.
The outside cats will eat the wet cat food, but Leia is like, no, this isn't good. Just give me the tuna. So those are our problems. Spoiled. So hopefully all the ads are over. Hello, Raiders. Hello, those who stayed. We're going to do our first sprint. And just to let you know, the way that we do it here is our first sprint is 45 minutes. The second sprint in the next hour will be 30 minutes. So the 45-minute one is the one coming up, and I'm going to get her loaded.
Ooh, pretty.
Let me get this, because maybe I forgot to load this stuff up.
Because you got distracted by the cats.
I did get distracted. It is true.
She is a very distracting kitty.
Now, since it is March, I felt that like maybe we should go with a more spring theme.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, it's, I mean, I know it's so cold where Carrie and Kat are, but it is like flipping warm down here now. So,
It was warm yesterday. Today it was cold.
and what is cold, Megan? So curious. What is cold? Is cold like 68? A high of 60? Is that cold?
55 currently.
All right, a chill.
Oh, that
there,
was the
maybe.
beautiful weather that we had at the end of last week, and then it dropped down to 25.
Oh
Yeah,
gosh, I
no.
could not do that. That is too cold.
I actually agree with Megan on this. Of like, gross. Like, I am, after all the crazy winter weather, I'm definitely ready for spring.
Oh, I woke up
But
this
anyway.
morning with such a bad sinus headache because of the dramatic, the huge temperature shift. Oh, it was awful.
That'll do it. Are you
And
feeling
then I
better?
had to people.
No, not Carrie's like kryptonite.
Yeah, I took some Excedrin on the way to work, and then I was okay. And I had coffee.
Very nice. All right, well, let us get started on our little sprinty sprint. We'll see y'all on the flip side. Good luck. Beep-a-da beep. Bibbida 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 beep. Boobada boo. Boobada 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 boo. Welcome back.
I was getting glared at
Oh yeah?
by not just the cat.
No?
Because the pig was also like, hey, why can't she get in here?
Oh no.
Rattle, rattle, rattle. And I just won the argument of, he's like, it's time for kitty cup.
Mm.
I was like, no, it's not. And he was like, meow. And then you got the pigs in on it.
Oh dear.
Because they can tell when he's asking for a kitty cup. They can let him too.
They know what kitty cup sounds like.
Yeah.
Kitty cup, and they know that it means lettuce as well.
Mm-hmm. Like the piggies are like, they're advocating for us too.
Yes.
Kitty cup and lettuce.
I was working on. I'm going through all my notes that we have taken so far for my geography class so that I can, like, because the test is tomorrow, and I'm just like,
Remember, it is a mitten, not Cookie Monster's mouth.
See, that's not going to be on the test, so I don't have to worry about that. But it is Cookie Monster. It's what it looks like. But, so, honestly, everything I learn in this class, as soon as I'm done learning it, I have forgotten it. Like, for example, the atmosphere exerts an average force of approximately 1 kilogram per centimeter squared at sea level. And I'm not going to remember that. Like, that's just not going to happen. It's just going to disappear into the recesses of my brain, and it's never going to resurface ever again. Also, why is this geography? I mean, I know why, but I still hate it.
Her favorite part about this is because Cookie Monster is in fact a puppet. It is literally.
I enjoy the
His
philosophical
mouth is a mitten.
in the chat.
But also, I'm still insulted.
I love it. I am here for Spence's chaos. His mouth is a hand. It is true.
Just not the correct way.
So particular.
And now we better understand why Megan is struggling in geography, because
Yes, we do.
it is particular.
It's particularly a mitten.
It is like geography is very particular about land masses and atmosphere and climate. And all of these things are particular and important.
Ugh.
And Megan's like, but vibes.
It's more like
I still want
someone
Megan's
else in
versions
the
of
world
Sesame
is
Street
interested in this. Like, let them be interested in this. Why make me suffer through this?
So that you have an inkling of knowledge, so
I
that
know,
you can better tell
knowledge, though.
when people are trying to mislead you.
True.
Is that why my head has been so fluctuating? This weather's.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, I'm over winter.
But I did, I think, finish the newsletter.
So,
but
like,
also, apparently my brain has been fluctuating, so there might be like a whole gap. Who knows? Glory will tell me.
Oh, I've had a lot to edit. I'm not done. the sentence structure, I can tell you're not feeling well. Because I use the term sentence structure loosely.
Yeah. There were things I was typing. I was like, I don't know if this is a sentence. Oh well.
No. And I'm right now, I'm on one that I'm like, I'm not even sure what this sentence was supposed to be. Like a bunch of the times earlier in the newsletter, I could tell what it was supposed to be and I could just fix it. But I am now at the part where I'm like,
don't forget that the parts that are in the block quotes with
the
green line, those were not written by me.
I'm
those
not
literally pulled directly from.
I'm not worrying about those. If they have like misspells, that's their business, not my business. I don't care. I'm worried about the things that I know you typed up, Kat, and I'm like, what is this? What was supposed to be here instead of this word? That's what I'm working on. But Megan, you need to know about geography and climate so that when administrations go, hey, let's defund NOAA, you're like, let's not. Let's absolutely keep funding the, weather service because we need to know before storms arrive so that we, can plan our day, plan our week, also batten down the hatches when necessary and not plan field trips during hurricanes or typhoons or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so that when a border is in dispute, you actually have an informed opinion rather than an uninformed opinion. That's why. Because humans will always have opinions, but they really need informed opinions because human hot takes are just an absolute mess.
Yeah.
It's a terrible mess. So, yeah, that's why. And it doesn't even matter if you, forget most of it after you learn it. Later, it means you still have a scaffolding of knowledge for when you actually have an informed interest to know, why is this border this way? I wish I was lying when I said, do you know how many people have said to me, but why is that one Mississippi border so crinkly? Like, were they just feeling all fancy and they wanted it ruffled? And I'm like, do you have a head injury? What the hell is wrong with you? And they're like, what? It's the flippin' river. No, they didn't want to just ruffle a border. Living in the way.
It looks prettier that way.
Like, yeah, it was the 1800s. And they were like, let's make it pretty.
Ruffles on everything, even our states.
They just, seriously, this person who had a driver's license genuinely believe that they were just feeling fancy back in the early 1800s when they made Mississippi a state from just a territory. Have you never heard of the Mississippi River? Ever? Yeah, but isn't that like somewhere else? No.
What?
No, it is not somewhere else. And I wish I could say it's just one person and like, well, ADHD be what it is. No, y'all. I have met more people out of the state of Mississippi who believe that than people inside the state of Mississippi who believe that they were just feeling fancy back in the early 1800s. Like people in Illinois and people in Missouri and people in Arizona and like, y'all, exhausting. So yeah, that's why even if you don't feel like you're really getting a whole lot from it, you're getting stuff. You're just not aware of it because you're laying that foundation of knowledge.
Okay, Darius has a question, and Glory, I don't remember the name of it, but it was one of the videos we watched for the Monday show, and What was the one where it was like the grandmother? No, someone gets murdered. It was one of the ones where they get and they like jump out a window. I don't remember. I'm gonna have to find it. Hold on.
Well,
I will find
I've
it.
got playlists, and I've got there's oh, I think I know which one you mean.
Oh, which one was it?
Was it Ella with Anthony? What's his name? Here, I'm gonna post the playlist link.
Okay.
But yeah, like what's his name from Buffy? Anthony something.
Oh, I haven't seen Buffy.
Well, somebody was really into him.
That would probably be Carrie. Carrie loves
it. I'm crap with names. Anthony Head.
Oh, the guy from
Go on.
Merlin. There we go.
Sure.
Was it this one?
Over here, like, just tell me who they played.
I don't think it was this one, but it was one of the horror ones. Let me see. Let me look at the.
Lori has so many playlists.
Yes, I'm looking
but
at.
Also, you and Tom used to have like a Monday show where you like would watch them and like discuss them and
we would discuss
share all the links,
analyze
and watch them themselves. And
I wish it would show me the unavailable video.
And let me see, because I think the other shorts playlist was actually on my personal playlist. So let me go look.
Whew, for a second, I thought I almost shut the this link, and I was like, "Ooh."
Heather said in her book, in my book, I read a folktale from Ireland that is quite similar to Rumpelstiltskin and watched some YouTube videos. And now she's off to bed. So
okay,
night.
Get the sleep.
Yes, get the sleep.
Get the rest.
Yeah, I hope you feel better, babes.
Oh yeah, he was in that version of Persuasion, wasn't he? I forgot about that.
I'm assuming because of Haley said Merlin as well as Giles.
Yeah, that's also Anthony. What's his name? It's the Ella one. If you look at that playlist, that one, there is like a mother or grandmother kill. We don't really see the violence. It's after because it's a short film, but it is still scary as, oh my God. Like it is.
No, I think it was the grandparent who was doing the murdering, if I remember correctly. Someone was doing the murdering that was unexpected.
Oh, was that the Australian comedy one?
Yeah, I think so.
That was from a previous, let me look on my personal one, because I think that might have been on a playlist on my personal one. But yeah, that was actually really funny. Darius, I actually recommend the YouTube channel Omeletto. They actually, I say YouTube channel, but they actually have I lost count, 5 or 8 different Omeletto shorts that are also channels that are divided by genre. And so I really recommend those. There are some really fantastic short films on all the Omeletto short channels.
Yeah. I tend to gravitate towards them when I watch short videos like that.
Is it spelled like omelet?
It's like
with an O, yeah, at the end.
Leto. Omeletto.
Okay. I'm going to share it in the chat. I Googled it. Just so there's a link. Just on their main page, they have Maisie Williams is in one. Like they have a whole playlist that's Omeletto celebrities, apparently. On their page.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
Because in all honesty, a lot of like big name actors or actors that you're like, that person's really famous. They do a lot of things because they're fun.
My favorite project.
Had y'all seen Spy Kids? I mean, come on. They did that because it was fun.
Mara Wilson in it. And they did a reading of one of the Oceans movies. I can't remember. Ocean's 11, I think. Except they made it queer, and it was great. I loved it. Like, I watch it every so often. Every time I like remember that it exists, I'm like, oh yeah, I love this so much. Okay, let's watch it. It had a fantastic cast. Like,
excuse me.
This was during the heart of the pandemic when we were all stuck at home.
Mm-hmm. And there's the playlist that I had on my personal account. So there are some shorts that didn't make it or that we deferred to a different season to discuss. So Darius, we talked about shorts. We analyzed them because we're all writers and storytellers, and the medium, it matters, but at a certain point, writing is writing. And that was why we were doing deep dives into various shorts and genres to explore and analyze so that we as writers could benefit from discussing and analyzing the storytelling. Because short films are very similar in how you write it to short stories. And that's why we were using a visual medium to talk about print storytelling. And also because, let's be perfectly honest, storytelling is storytelling.
Yeah.
Yes, the platform you're storytelling on matters because it does inform it, but yeah, in the end, you're still writing scripts, you're writing stories, you have a premise, you know.
That's awesome that you had your first shoot
fun.
for the film amount.
That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
What's the genre? Like, can I ask? Is it a secret? Or am I allowed to know details?
Oh no!
Oh dear.
Well, we're about to do a sprint. I just realized my camera's still tilted for Gizmo. I'm like, wait, why am I so far off center? The answer is the camera was turned towards the guinea pig cage. I'm like, why am I like way over here?
Well, I guess I'll share the Creative Recharge podcast playlist then. I don't know if it would help you, Darius, but if you're looking for inspiration, just look and see if any of those episode titles mean something to
Awkward
you.
sibling stuff was.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah. It was great. Oh, that's so cute. I love it.
Well, all right. I guess I'll share the Awkward Sibling podcast link then. Help me. That does sound fun. I would be very interested to see it once you finished it.
Yes. Feel free that once it's like, if you're posting it somewhere, please feel free to return and share us the link.
Like somewhere we can access to watch it.
Yeah, that's fair. Everything has, like, you have a lot more than you think.
Same, Spence.
Yeah. The guilt.
It's not. We're not guilty.
It was not Haley, but somebody like a few months ago had asked me, like, are they gonna do those again? I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not their manager. I'm just here. I just drag glory into chaos.
Right? Yeah. Yes, 2025, the year we published my first book of poetry and I get on TikTok. Okay. Oh. I agree, actually, Spence.
I'm much better at managing other people than myself.
Girl, me too. Which, by the way, y'all, I have recruited the Minshews to come also join our little community commune once I get my property and we put all the little mini houses on there for y'all.
Oh, nice.
Oh yes, with the and recently I found a mini cow that is bred for the hot Texas and Mississippi weather. So we may also be getting mini cows, along with our mini fiber sheep and our mini dairy goats, and of course chickens, and a minimum of 1 dachshund.
Yes.
So, I mean, I've had requests to consider a Great Pyrenees dog to guard, and I've also had a request to consider alpacas. So we'll see. I'm not opposed because alpaca like fiber is so freaking soft. And some people are allergic to wool, but they usually are not allergic to alpaca. So it's something I am very open to. But remember, the hilarious part of alpacas is that they look at dachshunds and think that they're just little weird misshapen baby alpacas. And the dachshunds are like, don't leave me here. And it's like, oh, baby. So, but yes, as always, I expect we will have little mini houses for all of y'all to at least visit, if not permanently move there. Because remember, I would like to point out, Kat, you can always live on my little mini farm while going to get your library science degree.
That is true.
So just saying. I'm just throwing that out there.
You can all exchange foods.
Yeah. And I told Cheryl she could do the same thing, and then you two could go to the library science together to get your masters. Just throwing that out there. So.
Oh God, Charlie's right. We're gonna start a cult.
Yeah. Well, y'all know my 5-year plan is 150,000 unpaid subscribers on my Substack. And with that, in theory, within a year, we should be able to buy property and start putting mini houses on there. So Megan will have to visit. and she'll just live at the beach on the coast. We'll just like, are you coming home for dinner? And you'd be like, I'm already at the beach, so just put my dinner in the fridge. Okay. I mean, we literally live an hour from the beach. It's less than an hour from the actual physical beach. So I feel that Megan would be okay.
I just have to, test the beaches out, make sure they're.
You have to check them all. It is true. And I mean,
test them out.
These are bespoke beaches. We pay the state of Mississippi taxpayers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For the sand to be shipped in every March. Fresh sand.
And sand is like a commodity that's going out of like.
It's true. We pay. The state pays Australia for their white sand
to deplete their natural resources.
Right, and they literally ship them over in freaking boats through the Panama Canal. In March, like they ship them.
Boats
they start shipping them in February. They get here by early March, so that they're all laid out for Easter because Mississippians like to go to the beach for Easter for some reason. I don't know. Y'all know I'm not into the sand. But yeah, I'm just saying, Megan, you would still have beaches. You would have lovely sandy beaches with fresh sand. Since you only get sand from parrotfish, apparently. So weird. It's so weird. The more I find out about white sand and what it is, it's so weird. It's just parrotfish and coral. It's so weird. I do not know why do we live in this weird world? Like, this world is genuinely weirder than fiction.
So weird.
Anyhow, how about we do our second sprinty sprint?
Yeah, because we're almost to 10:30.
I know.
We're a little late. It's fine.
It's fine. It's totally fine. It's grand. All right. We'll see y'all. Wait, let me check. Glory, come on. This is the second sprint. There we go. With the lovely Japanese magnolias that I love so much. All right. Good luck, everybody. We will see y'all on the flip side.
Good night, Spence. Burp, 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 burp.
Pollution. That's what I'm learning about in geography.
Sassy stole the bag of treats that I had set down earlier. And I'm not getting it back because I don't know where she took it.
Smart girl.
Good news. It was like the first bag I had bought, so it was like
Mostly,
low.
yeah.
So hopefully she won't make herself sick.
Oh dear.
Like the little shit she is. And I sent
I just got your newsletter.
yeah, that.
I like the banner.
I hope it took all of the edits that you did. Because I think you might have still been in there right when I hit the button. But it looks like things had been changed. So I was like, things were changed. They should be fine. If not, someone will tell me. Like last month's when I accidentally typed culinary confession instead of culinary confession. And I had to go fix the newsletter. I was like, that I can do. I am so sorry.
The one thing I don't like about this class, like, the topic is just whatever, but why does everything have to be so depressing? Like, the world is ending. We're all gonna die. Because we're not doing enough to treat global warming. It's what I'm learning in school.
Oh, yeah. This
very
is a
tragic.
tactic left over from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And it is, how do I say this nicely? It has to do with small-minded, insecure educators who want to feel like they're doing something to influence their students, and they're doing the easiest thing,
which is guilt,
to depress the hell out of them about there's hopelessness. There's no point in you trying because you can't do anything. The world is messed up. And it's like, thank you. You can keep your nihilism to yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Just tell them they're full of shit and move on with your life.
Luckily, I don't have to interact with the professor at all. I keep intending to go to the office hours, but they're always at like 5 p.m. my time, and I'm done with homework by that time.
Professors have their office hours consistently at the same time. So
yeah,
they were always at 5 p.m.
Well, yeah, some of my professors have like, I have one professor who's just like, I have office hours whenever I feel like having office hours, and I will let you know when I'm going to have office hours.
Wow.
So just be prepared.
Yeah, what they told you and what they tell the university are probably two different things. Because they are required to have a set time slot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're terrible about that at this college. Like, honestly, I don't think last semester my English professor had a single office hour.
Yeah, probably not.
That she advertised, at least.
Should be in the syllabus. I had a professor that would have his office hours actually at a cafe.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like, yeah, I basically live here. I'm here like on these days of the week. Just come sit down.
Mm-hmm. Did I tell you about we went to this
Hi.
It's called a deli, but it's not a deli at all.
Are you gonna bring me?
It's right across the street from my college. And
no,
my professor for journalism was actually the one who told me about the place. In one of the classes, he's like, now this particular restaurant is like the perfect example of like American fusion food because it's got it's
I'm holding her hostage.
Filipino, like Hawaiian Islander region, Mexican, and American food fusion. It's really good. But there was um, an option on the menu that was named like Professor Max something something 5000, and I'm like, my professor is Professor Max. Is this? He's the one who told me about this place. Is this his? Did he invent this basically, or because this is the same professor who was like, yeah, I was there when they invented carne asada fries, because they were invented here in San Diego, and he was eating at one of the restaurant where it was invented, and the guy was just like pouring this stuff over the fries, and he's like, "What is that?" And he explained, and so he was there for the invention of carne asada fries, and
You two better chill, because if you ate as many treats
I'm
as
just
you
like,
probably did.
how much? This dude must be a total foodie, like.
Oh, also the cafe, by the way, that this professor went to was a 24-hour cafe.
Nice.
Nice.
Like, it was literally only closed for, like, specific holidays.
No wonder he lived there, basically.
Apparently his wife was there a lot, too. Has just spent all of their time there.
Some people really like restaurant culture. My father was one of those people.
Well, so I've never been to that one, but I had seen some pictures. In fact, he's in the pictures. He's in a lot of the pictures posted by people, like in the background. He's just there. But it looks like a really like fun place to hang out. Like, it'd be my vibe. There's like they have books and like mismatched cups and
Fun.
like old but squishy furniture. It's like none of this goes together. I'll take that one.
I'm still upset that for my 21st birthday, we were supposed to go to the library bar in Los Angeles, which looks amazing. But I don't remember why we didn't go.
Careful.
But now I can't drink alcohol, so there's no point in going because it's just overpriced juice at that point.
Yeah. Delicious overpriced juice. I think at that point you should instead try to go to a juice bar.
Yeah. I need to, like, because Charlie was explaining to me that I shouldn't get started necessarily on my A Study in Gold stuff until I have content ready to share. And I'm like, darn it, I wanted to get started. But, so I need to, like, figure out where I want to, like, go eat and cover for, like, the avocado report. And then I got to figure out what I'm going to do for California Gold because I don't really know a lot of people to interview, and like me in interviews, or I need work, honestly. This, I'm looking at my notes because I still have them up. It's currently sitting at 4,341 words long.
Wow.
Because these chapters, on average, let's see, how long is this chapter? This chapter is 24 pages. That's each chapter is about 24 pages, 25 pages, occasionally 26 pages.
All right. I got the poem scheduled and edited and all that good stuff. Woo!
Yay!
We were responsible.
Woot woot.
And let me.
All of us were responsible. I was doing homework. You guys were doing your stuffy stuff. Look at us go.
Mm-hmm. Look at us go. Yeah. And we got the Substack community newsletter written and edited and sent out. And we got my poem edited and sent out. Woot, woot, woot. And that is another one in done that Kat now can like use since it's been edited. So she can see the final product that ChatGPT has approved.
ChatGPT is such a fan of you, and I love it. So apparently, it's a Caroline fan, by the way, of like the Vampire Diaries. Because I was like, I don't know how this thing works. So I was like, hey, will you give me like feedback on like this fanfic chapter? And it was like, I love it.
That's fantastic.
We love how you've made her this way. I'm like, so you're a fan of Caroline, I see. Good to know.
Pretty soon it's going to start shipping characters. Like,
oh, it probably already does. Let's be real. It's probably the first thing it started doing.
Yes, it called this latest poem that I just scheduled deeply expressive and moving. And
nice.
wished me good luck in sharing my poem.
So encouraging too.
Yeah.
You know what? Sometimes, you know what? I need like a non-living cheerleader.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, well, like my theory is that everything in the English-speaking world in print has been fed into ChatGPT. So when it looks at what I've written, it's trying to connect it to various other things that have been written, as well as the critiques of that writing. And so when it's like, this is wonderful, we love it, then it's like, because it's similar enough that it resonates and sees a similarity in that writing. And so that's how I take it as a compliment of like, yes, my finished work is equal to the finished work of other similar vibe poems or articles or what have you.
Now that I think about it, ChatGPT totally encourages my feminist / disability agenda because it gets really excited every time I come up with like a new idea that's like feminist leaning, and it's just like, yeah, lean into it more, like go. And I'm just like, okay, I'll do that. Don't have to tell me twice.
Wow. Never mind. I'm not typing for this Blue Sky post. I'll post it tomorrow. Every single word I just typed had a red line under it. And I'm like, oh no. Never mind.
Yeah. That's why it took me so long to edit the newsletter.
Got worse. I think it got worse.
Like Kat, that one line about the Kickstarter, I had to keep reorganizing that so I could make that make sense. As well as take away all of Kat's modifications about her own stuff. And just like, no, we're not tearing down our work like this. Just going to remove all those pieces.
No, but that's how I describe it.
It's not pretty good. It's good. Take the win. This is the passive aggressive how we as women
Let me
tear
happily
ourselves
insult my own work.
No.
I do not allow my friends to insult my friends' work. Megan, you have my back on this.
Yeah.
See? No, ma'am. Absolutely not.
Like, okay, so if you didn't see my post with John Ramsey, we talked about how this was like a year ago, or maybe even 2 years ago at this point, how the words that you use influence your thinking. Like they actually change your thought structure about the topic. So it's important to use words that do not do harm, because the harm is like literally in your brain.
Yeah.
You don't want to like get it stuck in there and
That's
get it
why-
used to that kind of crap, frankly.
That's why I remove the modifiers. Like, it's pretty rad people. No, they're just rad people. And it's not pretty good artwork. It's just good artwork. That's why I remove those modifications, because they're passive aggressive. They're microaggressions. And we're not going to put that more of that out into the world. Women get enough of that shit. You're funny for a woman. You're good looking, for a insert ethnicity or whatever, right? Like, you're pretty for insert modify. Like, no, you're just pretty. Period. I remove those modifiers because they're microaggressions. It's like pretty fly for a white guy. Like, that pretty is not pretty. It's ugly. And that's why I remove those, is because, no, we're just talking about rad people. They're just rad. They're not pretty rad. They're rad. That's why. And the more that we remove those modifiers, the less we will internalize that into our own brains about, it's a pretty good book. No, it's a good book.
I mean, this also influences how you feel about marketing yourself, because if you're thinking, negative thoughts, that influences, like, oh, well, what if other people have like these thoughts about no, like, just market your work. People want to see it.
Right. Yeah.
Do it.
They're thirsty for it. That's why I go through and I remove those modifiers, because they're aggressions rather than like actually complimentary. And particularly as women, we have gotten used to it. We've gotten used to our work and our efforts being modified. It's not just good effort. It's pretty good effort. That's why. Because we then all internalize that, and that has no place being in anybody's brain.
Sassy. Why?
I mean, we're all going to spend the rest of our lives dealing with this. Trust me. I say that, and we do it too. But yes, welcome to feminism. It's consciousness rising. Love you. Anyway, we've been streaming forever. Are you ready to say good night, y'all? We love you.